Welcome, everybody, to Pulsechain Times, episode number 2 of 2026. Welcome, Mr. Alarski, our companion in many things, right? Going to Panama, hanging out, going to Vegas, hanging out. And we all are showing off our short haircuts real quick, and then I'm putting on my nose.
Yeah.
Got the sides cut, got the top cut, backs cut. I think Fast Abdul got his cut like that for jiu-jitsu, so nobody can hold on to his head.
Yeah, it helps. It does, having a little less padding on the sides. Though on the back, like if you get slammed on a mat and you're used to having hair and then you don't have hair, that hair provides some amount of padding. It does make a difference.
It's always been my theories that a beard would give you cushion on your jaw as well.
It sure does. It's been proven.
A little bit.
Yeah. You're frozen, I think, Fast. Is that just me, or is he frozen, Randy?
He's frozen.
Oh, there he is. There you go. Better, buddy. That's why I always keep a little bit of scruff on my chin. Give me a little cushion in case I get mouthy with somebody.
Exactly. One of those days you feel like being an asshole.
Yeah. I get my hair cut so my hats fit and I don't have to adjust all my hats again. I don't.
That works.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You have a huge head, so you probably don't have a lot of extra space in there.
Yeah, these things are riding on the last strap anyway, right? Usually, and if I let my hair grow, all my hats get big. All my hats feel like they're small, and I end up at the end of the day with a headache, and I don't know why. And I have to go get a haircut, and it ends up working out.
That's exactly why. All right, guys, I'm just pulling up the Bitcoin price and stuff. I just want to see where we're standing.
I'm smoking a flathead. This is a flathead CAO. Robert from No Permissions Group, you know what a flathead is, buddy. Flathead.
Where's that from? Dominican Republic?
I believe Flathead CAO is Nicaragua, but I'm not positive. But it's a good cigar, and I get them in these little 5-packs or something like that, so I get good deals on them.
I was watching. I wanted to ask you about this. I was watching this Arnold Schwarzenegger clip today. I don't know why it came up, but like he's talking about how this waiter taught him how to do this to cigars, and then he shows it. Yeah, with tequila. Like he dips it in tequila and he brushes it with tequila, and then he says it makes every cigar a tequila cigar.
So I don't disagree that might be tasty occasionally, right? But I don't drink. So I've never tried that. And when I did drink, I didn't smoke cigars. I smoked other things, but not cigars. I've seen him. So the guy took a cedar strip, he dipped it in the tequila, and he brushed the cigar with it, and then he dipped the in it. I think that would probably be good. People have done that with port forever, but I've never seen it done with tequila.
If you can do it with tequila, maybe you could do it with like apple juice. I don't know.
Exactly.
Apple juice, yeah, that would work.
Sure.
Espresso, maybe.
Espresso, sure. Yeah, espresso cigar. Make your own flavors. Business idea number 4.
Yeah, exactly. So the vets, Frank White and Bright Light, have all been blowing up the chat prior to us being in there.
I think Vets has been blowing up the chat for hours before the chat.
Yeah,
it was actually live.
Miss Lena is in there. How are you? Nice to see you. Today, you guys, we're going to do a little bit of crypto as you break in. Randy's already looking up prices, right? But we are going to talk a little bit about everything, right? When we went down, when Fast Abdul and I went down to Panama and hung out with Randy last year with a whole bunch of people, right? Vets, AJ, RG3, SJ, a whole bunch of us were down there. And it was a smattering of everything: banking, cold storage for physical bullion, right? We had peptides and the like, stem cell stuff. We got talked about the banking system and alternative passports on top of crypto projects that were out and about on Pulsechain at the time. While we were down there, Pump Tires launched, as did the other tokens, Most and Wanted and all that stuff. Wanted and what was that? Pump Tire. There was a few others, right? BTC. He launched a bunch of them right at the beginning. But yeah, we're going to go over a lot of things.
Yeah, I just say that I think Bitcoin is looking good. It looks like Bitcoin's it's going to hit that 100,000 probably in the next week or two. It's starting to flow back up there, but that's a channel, right? So it's not. When I say that we're pumping, we're just going back into a resistance. It's not anything spectacular. I won't get super excited until we break through that resistance, then we confirm above it, and then things get heated, and the new bull run is going to happen. Right now, we're just under 97,000, so that's super cool. But we need to confirm above 100.
Is that where the resistance is? Is that 100?
100,000, yeah, 100 and 100,600, something like that.
Well, do you think any of the stuff that my feed's full of right now might have an effect on that? Because my feed shows that there's refueling planes and a whole bunch of airplanes heading towards Iran, and airspace is cut off, and airlines have said pull all flights and redirect them, and people have taken people from the embassies. You think that'll have an effect on this price?
Yeah, of course. Did you see my tweet that I made earlier?
No.
It's about the new moon is in 3 days. So we, as a former military member, anybody who's been in the military knows that when a country goes to war, the one that has the Air Force or the Navy, like we do, we want to use the night, and that would be a perfect opportunity to take out all installations. I'm not pro-war by any means. I'm not I'm ex-military, but I'm not the type of guy that says, "Hey, let's go blow people up." No, I don't believe in that. But knowing history, all wars start on new moons. So it's just how it goes. So we got 3 days or 3.5 days until that happens. So it's very interesting. And I think risk on assets, not risk on assets, I should say, risk off assets are going to perform very well. That's your precious metals. It could be a reason why gold and silver have just flown the last couple of days.
It's crazy right now.
Yeah, what a crazy run this is. I sold way too early, but still, I was in major profit, so I took my profits. But the next one is crypto. So I think crypto is going to perform well just because of the inflation that's coming. Then we're going to have major inflation. We've already seen the Federal Reserve print money overnight. The bond market's going higher. The 10-year yields are going higher. Japan's 10-year yields out of control. Gosh, guys, the world is crypto's a good place to be, in my opinion. It's just a good place to be.
As a guy who saw Duran Duran last summer, I listened to the song New Moon on Monday. So that's my closest affiliation to New Moon. I wasn't in the military or anything, but I did listen to the song at concert.
That's funny.
Miss Tam Tam, how you doing? Always good to see you in here. MVS, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you in here. Hex Brad, Moonmutt, Ramon, how you doing, bud? Nice to come out. Nice to see people coming out and
Luna's already got the post. She's already asking about Rackham's launch. Maybe you can make something short and sweet about what's going on with Coin Mafia.
So I don't know much about Coin Mafia. I'm not in that. I'm not in that project. They may both start with the word coin, but the Midgard team and Rackham and a couple of others are the ones that launched Coin Mafia. So those two things are not affiliated with one another. I know a little. I probably know more than most, so I understand asking me, right? But I don't know much about it, honestly. I know that it did launch yesterday. I know the appeared to go okay. Hard to say. Some people had some questions about the first token that came out, but the token that's trading now, Mafia, seems like it's doing a typical second day pattern, if you would, right? But I'm not sure. I bought a little bit, right? I don't have a founder's bag of that. I don't have a team bag of that. I don't have a no bag of that, right? I took a little bit of Pulse that I had on a wallet and I spent it on, and right now I'm actually a little bit down. So I think I bought mine in the 90s or something like that. But that's where I'm at, you guys. I don't have a whole lot of information. If you guys need information, go to that chat, and maybe you could get your questions answered. It seems like it's working. I don't know. I'm not a big token creator. I didn't play with pump tires either, right? Which is probably one of the reasons why I wasn't included in that team. I wasn't. I don't like Solana is that much. I don't play with Pump Fund. Never created a token on it, so I can see not inviting me. Right?
Yeah,
it makes sense.
Chances of being successful are very low unless you know that somebody's launching a token.
Right. Now I have bought tokens on Pump.tires, right? I have a significant bag of Brian McGruder's token. But that's just like you do, Randy. That's me supporting a buddy, right? And I've been friends with Brian.
That's why I bought Coin Mafia today, because I thought you were involved.
I get it. That's what I'm referring to. So I get it 100%. That there it is there. Sorry I can't be more help, Luna.
No problem. That's no problem. I get it.
Fair enough.
What else we got here? Nope, not missing this tree.
Let me tell everyone real quick about a bunch of our No Permissions members are in the chat right now. So,
yes.
Guys, get over to Patreon. Make sure you put your address in the box for the airdrop. I'm airdropping the No Perm token to folks in our community. So make sure you put your address in there. You have 2 weeks. But after that 2-week mark, I'm not doing like I did before, where it took 6 months of everyone getting back to me with their addresses. I'm not playing that game this time. Just, you have 2 weeks. If you're late, you're late. You get some free tokens.
I have missed the last 2 meetings. Because you have chosen to schedule them during football games.
You don't care about the Bills games.
So I have missed them. So I'll get caught up on that maybe tomorrow, because there's no games tomorrow. Yeah. I hadn't even heard about this. No permissions, no perm airdrop. So that'll be
no perm token. I launched it about, I'm guessing 10 months ago. It was supposed to be a rebate for everyone coming to the conference in January.
Right. I knew that, but I didn't know we were having a airdrop thing.
Yeah, I just put that out there yesterday. And since we canceled the conference, I don't know if you guys, a lot of you folks don't even know that we canceled it. It's okay. It's tough times in Pulsechain land. We just didn't sell enough tickets, so I took the loss. That's such as life, such as business, right? But I still have the tokens, and just to give everyone another opportunity, I will start adding to the pairs with Pulsechain and Pulsex and Hacks and things like that. So if and when Pulsechain gets going, No Perm should do very well because of its liquidity pairings.
On liquidity.
Luna's asking.
I think you're frozen again, Fast.
Oh, he's back.
There you go.
Maybe I'm just sitting really still. You don't
know. That's possible. That's possible.
We'll put the thing in the box here.
What do we got here? Ted. What up, gents? Hey, Ted.
Yeah, so the last day is going to be the 27th of January.
Okay. So if people join the No Permissions group prior to the 27th of January, they can register their wallet?
For sure. And it doesn't matter which level. You could be on the health education level, which is like $8. You know?
I don't want to
that one, the $8
that
one,
at
they don't
all,
get
right?
into the private chat or into the private meetings, right?
Yeah, they don't get into the meetings or the private chat, but they have full access to the Patreon. So
Okay.
So when I joined, it was unbelievable, right? So I joined, paid my money to sign up, and wasn't sure what to expect of it. But I talked to Vets, and he said, join. I said, I've a choice of 3 groups. He suggested this one. I joined this one. I've always followed you on Twitter, so I like what you had to say. So I joined, and then all of a sudden I've got a whole bunch of Nope tokens and a few Solid X tokens in my wallet. And it's you gave me 10 tokens, and then it skyrocketed it to $250. And I'm going, I have tripled my initiation fee, my registration, just in these tokens alone. And I'm going, that is awesome.
I think I'm the only one. I mean, even though I was the co-founder of Solid X, I was the only one who wasn't able to sell anything. I think the most I ever sold was like $100 when I did the OTC deals.
Yeah,
that's the highest I ever got to sell it.
Yeah.
Damien Thrash says that. Did you see Rackham rugged his coin? No, he hasn't rugged his coin. I just saw it a few minutes ago. It's still got $200-something thousand worth of liquidity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that is the opposite of a rug, folks.
Yeah. I know that they've had some issues with people spamming coin creation, right? With not pleasant names. I know that, so they're just having to combat stuff. Hard to say.
I just put the correct coin in the chat. Well, that's going to be it's going to go on my channel, but yeah. So if anybody's looking for that address,
I'll do the same. It'll pop up here.
Okay. Because people are just, when I first checked it today, I actually went to the wrong one. I went to the one that Panos was talking about, and it was incorrect coin.
Thank you, Luna. And Fast thanks you as well, right, Fast?
Absolutely.
Indeed. Yeah. Thanks, Luna.
Yeah. Our community
the
thing that's nice about our community is it's a team effort, and there's no yelling or screaming or people calling each other names or anything like that. I get some in the private chat. But in our group publicly, we're very
cordial.
I think they call that being a grown-up.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We're the old folks of Pulsechain, our group.
Yeah. That's the thing. Every time I cut my hair, it seems to get my gray gets a little higher.
That's why I shaved the sides, because that's where most of my gray is. So I was like, keep the top. There's not much gray here. Sides are gone.
See, my gray is on my sides too, right there. Yeah. And the beard started low, went high.
Well, I'll tell you one thing.
My beard has tons of gray, but my mustache doesn't. So I might just grow like a huge Magnum PI stash. We'll see.
And then braid it around your chin.
Oh my
God. Yeah, that works. Or wrap it up to put it over my ears.
There you go. There is one thing I'd like to address regarding a person in our group, Robert. Robert posted on X today. Somebody asked him an alternative to put on scrambled eggs rather than ketchup, and he said mayonnaise. And I would like to kick him out of the group for that. That is like the most horrific.
He's from Ontario. Okay.
I don't care where he's from. He wants to put mayonnaise on scrambled eggs. That sounds absolutely horrific.
Look, Ontario is a bizarre place.
So bad. So bad. Let's see, what else do we got in here in chat?
That's funny. Robert, really? Mayonnaise on eggs.
Oh God. And I put my typical Joe Biden come on man on that one. Private chat can get spicy. That is true. Crypto 7, welcome.
Hey, Crypto 7. Good to see you, sir.
I don't think Crypto 7's an old guy checking in. He's not old, is he?
Yeah, he's not much older than us anyway. A little bit younger, even. Who knows?
I think he's younger than
I
us.
think he's younger.
Yeah.
I don't know if you qualify to use that label yet, Crypto 7. Come back in 5 years.
Right. 50 plus. Then you get the seniors discount.
Ted says Cholulas on eggs. What's Cholulas?
Cholula is a hot sauce. I have a bottle sitting by my chair in the living room.
I agree. Hot sauce and eggs.
You know how people have one of those little caddies for remotes? My caddy has 4 hot sauces in it. So I have Cholula, Tapatio, green Tabasco, and one other one.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. Hot sauce on almost anything. You know, as long as it's not the real super hot, I'm cool.
Yeah. To answer your question here, Ramon, it is. I think what you're saying, a meme coin launch pad. I think meme coin people take that kind of negatively because we have a co-contributor to this show on the screen right now that actually minted a token on Pump.tires that has some significant utility, right? The vault. So I don't think it has to be meme coins created with this stuff. I think that's predominantly what does get created, but people can create tokens with functionality, some type of utility. It's just a matter of what you do with it at the end, right?
No. 369 CEO is asking if I'm launching a new token. No. I have a token that I launched 10 months ago, and most of the snipers are out. I think it's a great way to do it. Just sit on something for a long time, and they'll sell their tokens, you know. And then I airdrop it to everyone who's no permissions member. So it's one size fits all. It's just going to be one amount to everybody.
Luna's spicy. We got to watch Luna. She's putting sriracha on stuff. That's one of the hotter sauces that we've talked about. How you doing, Darren?
It's a little too sweet. I like the drier hot sauces.
Yeah, I like the sriracha side. I like the sweeter ones. But I can't, guys. I gotta stay away from the carbs. Carbs don't like Randy.
Or they do like Randy.
Yeah, they a little bit too much.
Do you have any links, Fast Abdul, for any cool things?
I don't really. Like, I've been scrolling through X and like Richard's, being reply guy mostly. He did post the one about about Sui Network that like links to them being down and stuff like that. And he says Pulsechain is awesome. Other stuff, not so much. I'd like him to do more of that. That's great. But there's not really a whole bunch of news right now. We're waiting on the ProveX SAC. The SAC is done. We're now waiting on the ProveX token, I think. Right. I think we'll see a token. Could be tomorrow, could be in a month. I don't think it's going to be in a year. And of course, the ProveX protocol, which probably will come out after the token comes out, but that's also not for sure.
Let's talk about ProveX for a second. So I have an opportunity to go on RH Max's show like you, right? His new thing that he's putting together, the ProveX convention, that 1 day solid of 8 hours of ProveX. Do you have to have a bunch of ProveX knowledge to go into that, or what do you? Because I talked to you about ProveX, and it's obviously I know not much about ProveX yet, right?
I think you could probably fake it, just or just be excited, or or even just be question guy, like having somebody there to ask questions is generally useful. It makes it easier than like I don't want to go on there and do like a 30-minute solo and just spout out a bunch of tech stuff. I always end up talking too fast and nobody knows what I'm talking about. So it's better if you have counterparties that are asking the questions. So it's always I would like to see you there.
Chubby guy with a cigar that nods. That makes things seem more official.
It makes me comfortable. That's why I show up here every week. Is because you nod. I feel comfortable. That's where it's at. But yeah,
So,
the ProveX conference should be lit, especially if it coincides with the token launching, or the protocol launching. I think there should be a lot of excitement about that time. Was it February 6th, something like that?
February, yeah, I think that is it. I need to go. I need to fill out my form. Then I'll fill it out after our show.
Yeah, I signed up to speak there. I haven't heard back. I may not be accepted, but I will.
Cotton Trust says raw eggs are best. Come on, Cotton.
Ooh.
Do you guys know Cotton?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, Cotton's a cool dude. I met him at the first Pulse conference. Met him on the golf course. We hung out together. We've been buddies ever since. He was in some of our sacks also, I believe. Magic Carpet Ride sacks. He's a good dude.
A Hex Monkey. What's up, buddy? Another one.
So we are supposed to be smoking a cigar soon.
Hey, I got a question, guys. I just got a whole bunch of Mafia tokens in my wallet, 7K worth.
Yeah.
And it's the real one. How the hell did I get those?
Did you sign up to be on? Rackham was talking about some sort of like VIP list thing.
Oh, I think we did that a long time ago. That was like what, 6-7 months ago?
I don't know. He was just talking about it like a month ago. I bet you that's what it is.
Interesting.
That's pretty awesome.
If it's true, I mean, but I looked it up. I copied the address from my Rabby and went into the deck screener, and it says it's the real coin.
Yeah, well then.
Yeah, if it's the one with 200 plus K of liquidity, that's the right one.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's a decent gift, I guess.
You think? Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, maybe they are locked up for 3 months. That's cool. Either way, it's there. Pulse. The one thing I've always loved about Pulsechain is that we, as a community, work together and we support each other's projects. And I think that's always been an important aspect of what we do. So,
yeah. The Build the Tech guys are building some really cool stuff that I'm supporting big time. I always support whatever Fast comes out with. But the new Switch.win, I've been playing around with a beta of the new Switch.win, and it's pretty cool. I like it a lot, and I know that they have another thing coming out very shortly that's going to dovetail into that. That's going to be absolutely badass. I think we have some good things coming soon.
I have Switch.win on my dashboard all the time, but like I find like on anything, like if it's $10, I just do it where I'm going to do it. But anything over $100, I tend to check like a couple different aggregators or directly on PulseX, and it's not like nobody is 100%. Nobody has 100% the best price every time. Sometimes it's best
true,
just
buddy.
on PulseX. Sometimes it's Piteous, sometimes it's Switch, which is good because that makes competition, right?
Yeah, not everybody needs to get every deal, right? That becomes like selling Hondas in the 80s. It was that's the only car that was on the road. That and a Ford Taurus. Thank you, Mr. Magruder, for all the support. Both Randy and I are wearing your handiwork. These notepads are awesome. By the way, this is my day-to-day notepad, and I have an unmolested notepad that still has a cardboard in it for my my formal notepad for real occasions, almost a suit and tie affairs. What else? Build the Tech guys are at beast mode. They are. I mean, they did. What's the PulseX thing that you go into that Steven did, or what's his name? You got Unity, right?
Unity,
yeah. Unity is awesome. That and I like him, and I think he's a great founder. He's always
Canadian. Important part.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to ruin stuff?
Sorry, he's Canadian. You look at that beard. Of course, he's Canadian.
I didn't
He's
even
from
know
like
that.
the warm, nice part of Canada, though. I don't think he's from the same place I am.
All right. Well, regardless, I already said it, so I can't go back. But I like the guy. And I think he's coming out with some new stuff. And I know that the Build the Deck guys are helping Jexa with his stuff. Jexa talked about that with us last week.
Yeah, they're working on
Brand,
the vouch part, right? Yeah.
yeah. There's some staking features for that. And I happen to have some vouch in my wallet as well as some VPLS. So I think that'll be awesome. Very, very cool. Very cool.
I'm just wondering, if you already have a token and it's live, is it possible for them to do something with that, or do you have to do a new token every time with their projects?
No, you can be like Fast was with Vault, right?
Yeah.
Fast went and created Vault. I'm sure he fed a bunch of Pulse in there to get the founder share plus, right? And he's
Founder share and the protocol share all had to be pre-purchased very, very secretly, which is why I was very, very quiet about the launch. But the and like any token can be inserted into any contract, right? So you could, like, in theory, you could take the Nope token and you could be like, okay, Nope token is now the yield staking token for protocol X, right? For an Aave fork, or for whatever you want. You could have it be a token that already exists. Like, as a matter of fact, you could take somebody else's token. Like, you could be like, okay, Hex now has another staking option. You can stake it on this DEX I just made, right? Like, all those things are possible. It's just whether there's a payoff. I think it's what, people want to launch new tokens for new stuff because then they get new action. But like, if you're just trying to support a community and you can run something up like Unity and insert a token that already exists, like, yeah, 100% possible.
Okay, all right, because that's what I was thinking about. And
you've done some of that, Randy, with Nick.
yes, I did. Yeah, but that was that was a new token. We made that one.
Yeah, that was a new token, but you could have given him a big chunk of Nope, and that in replacement, and not DAT tokens, and just had Nope coming out. You might have had some sell pressure on that being a reward token, but designing something around Nope to make people hold on to it a little better would be a wise thing. You happen to have some people around you that could assist you in brainstorming, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's something I should make that a plan for 2026. There's so many things going on, but I want Nope to stick around for a long time. I think the Nope is the asshole token of Pulsechain. We just go out there and we cause mayhem on social media. And I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to wrap it up. You're going to see a lot more anti-political stuff.
I think it's awesome.
It's the one token that we have where we get to stick it to the man, and just go out there and we could use it as marketing. And today I came up with that idea of making that poll, yep or nope, for the answer. I could put that on anybody's post on social media, spam the hell out of it, and have these, do you agree with this? Yep or nope?
Yeah.
So it's a good social media token.
Yeah, you could tell people on Twitter, on X, if they would like to do some anti-government tweets, and they would like to put a Pulsechain, a network or wallet address underneath their thing. We'll send you Nopes, right?
There you go.
And just hammer Nopes out into the community and get people to come over to Pulsechain to use those Nopes.
It's a great marketing tool. I admit that I kind of, Randy going to get banned from the UK for Nope posts.
100%.
It'll be a while before we go back. I went 3 times in 2 years. That's enough for a while. But yeah, I like it. It's a great marketing tool. I mean, because what most of our tokens are, they're very specific, very a specific meme that you can't just spam with. But I could spam with Nope all the time. I see people, they answer they say nope. Well, all I have to do is put a $sign in front of it, and all of a sudden it's it's got that capability of maybe bringing somebody to a deck screener or CoinGecko or whatever. You guys had Cavalier? What? Cavalier?
You don't really want to say Cavalier out in public, even if it's paired with Turbo. I don't know.
When I was in the Navy, I was at Naval Station Great Lakes in Chicago, and I was in the driver's pool because I had to wait 6 months before my school opened. So I would drive people to the airport and stuff, from the hospital to the airport and things. And we had the Dodge Shadows. And I think that thing had a turbo because it was so fast. And I used to get on the highway. We'd go 100 miles an hour like nothing. This car is fast.
Those Dodge Shadows back in the day did have turbos in them.
All right. So, yeah, we had plenty of them in our garage, and I used to drive it all the time. Piece of crap, but it was fast.
So let's go switch gears from the crypto stuff for a bit and talk about your journey, Randy, on what you've been doing. We know that you had a heart attack or something of that nature a while back, and you've been on a health journey, right? I have been too, and I was bouncing ideas off of you and telling you what I was doing before I did it. So let's hop into that.
Yeah, sure. So the quick story is that 2024, early 2024, I stopped taking my blood pressure meds. I was taking the medicine called amlodipine. Some of you guys may know it. It was causing swelling in my legs, and it gave me. I was self-conscious, right? It was driving me nuts. Here in Panama, we wear flip-flops everywhere, or sandals. And if your lower legs are swelled up, you look weird. So I stopped taking after about 6 months. My old blood pressure meds weren't working anymore. So my doctor gave me that. It didn't work out too well. So I stopped taking it. I started noticing something wasn't right in July when we went to Medellin for my birthday, Medellin, Colombia. I noticed I wasn't feeling too good. We lost him. Okay, triple S back. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Medellin, but it's very hilly. And I was getting winded. And yeah, I was 370 pounds at the time, guys. I was a big boy. And I still am. And but I'm normally not winded. Now I was an athlete, semi-pro volleyball player up until I was about 32, 33 years old, right in there. I was really like sports, and when my son came along, I gained all the weight, and that was in 2018, and I've been big ever since. So about October, after we got back from Medellin, I was starting to have like a chest cold. I thought it was just a chest cold. I'm a nurse, by the way, so I should know better. But I was having a chest cold, and I was taking cough medicine or stuff to dry it up, to get rid of it, and it just wasn't working. And about a month into that, I could barely get up the stairs in our house. I said, "Babe, I got to go to the doctor." So I went back to my doctor. Immediately, he put me on an EKG, and he found that I had damage to the lower left side of my heart, and that I had CHF. Congestive heart failure. That's when your blood pressure is high, can't pump through, and the liquid gets backed up in your lungs, and it causes that feeling of having a chest cold, and that's why I thought I had a cold, and it wasn't. So, long story short, I put me on a bunch of meds, and I started feeling better, and they took me from the edge of the cliff, right? And my cardiac surgeon. He told me, look, you don't need any stents. You don't need any of that. You're young. We can fix this. They always throw medication at you, but that wasn't good enough for me. Medication is just not the answer. I've been in healthcare for too long. They always just want to throw the medication at you. So blood pressure, by the way, it also damaged my kidneys. So I had some kidney damage. And I said, okay, what am I going to do now? So I reached out to my friend Daniel, who runs the cellular health clinic in Tijuana, and they do the mesenchymal stem cells. So when we did our conference in January, which was just 4 months after my issue, right? They came to my house and gave me my first dosage of stem cells, and I started taking tirzepatide. For those of you guys who don't know, that's also known as Mounjaro. on the GLP front. I was doing that once a week. I tried out the full dosage in the beginning, but that was way too much for me. That nausea was crazy. I couldn't do it. So I started microdosing, and it seems to have worked much better. Just being healthier, and I started doing these things. This is really important to my journey as well. Yerba mate tea, which has chlorogenic acid in it. Very, very, very good for you. Helps you get insulin resistance under control. And everything goes back to insulin resistance, right? That's the problem. That's why insulin's your fat storage hormone. If you can get your insulin resistance under control, then you can get a lot of other things under control. And the other thing I take is fiber before every major meal. And what this does is it coats all of your food, and it doesn't allow you don't get the blood sugar spike. So you don't get insulin spikes. And between these two, I wake up in the morning, I have my yerba mate. And then when I do eat a meal, I take the balance, which helps me keep my blood sugar spikes under control. And it's been wonderful. I'm down 55 pounds from the top. It's not like the weight's just coming off rapidly. It's a slow pace. And the other thing I do is I fast every other day. I know that sounds crazy. I mean, I just got off a 3-day fast about 4 hours ago. I was in the States, and my last meal was on Sunday night in the States, and I hadn't ate since then. Every quarter I do a 3-day fast, and every other day I fast. So I ate today. Tomorrow I won't eat anything. So life is changing around. I feel great. Festival. Always coming up with these. Thank you, Crypto 7. I appreciate it. So physically, I'm feeling really, really well. My heart is more than double the strength it was just a little over a year ago. I've had echocardiograms and stuff. I'm having another one done in February. So it's been about 6 months since I've been tested. I've had 3 major stem cell IVs and exosomes. If you guys don't know what exosomes are, they're something that stem cells create, and they're really good for your kidneys. They go into your kidneys because stem cells are a little bit too big to get into those little nooks and crannies of your kidneys to help repair them. So I got exosomes for that. So everything's going really well. I can't wait till my echocardiogram that's coming up in about probably 6 weeks. It's probably going to show marked improvement in my heart. I'll also do a test for my kidneys to see how much better my score is there. So guys, it's, this is a journey that I've been very open about. I'm posting on Instagram and TikTok talking about this journey. I love it. I'm sharing the knowledge, and we have great people in our community. There's multiple doctors and no permissions. For those guys who don't know, these guys are real serious, and some health nuts that have been a great asset, and they're open and willing to help us, those of us who are looking to change. And I want to be here for my family. I was once a very athletic person. I would like to get to that point again. And I think I'm about 70 pounds away from that. So hopefully by the end of the year, 2026, I'll meet my goal. But as far as the fasting is concerned, people are like, oh, Randy, you shouldn't do that. It's not healthy. I'm like, motherfucker, going to McDonald's ain't healthy. Yeah. So, I'm like, look, what's better? I don't eat, or, that. And the thing I want to say about fasting is that once you get into it, you start out with intermittent fasting, and then you just keep expanding until you get to the 36-hour mark. Sleeping overnight helps, right? And 2 of those is an overnight. So I've gotten that under control. I think, especially for people who are able to be strict with themselves, like I am, I can do stuff like this. It's simple. I'll go out to eat with my family. I'll just sit there and have a Diet Coke. I can do it. So if you guys are having issues, just know that there's people that you could talk to that have been down the journey, and I'm willing to talk to folks about it and set up calls. Peptides are amazing. You guys go down the peptide rabbit hole. Good stuff out there that'll really help you. I'm not going to go into all that tonight because that's more of a next level shit. You really need to have basic knowledge of peptides before we have that discussion. But yeah, good stuff. So thanks for giving me the moment there, Triple Dad. It's just take your health under control. It's up to you guys. You don't have to.
100%. The reason why I picked you to come on stream with us today was because I saw your Instagram post about your health journey, and I thought it'd be good to switch it up, right? We've been all about crypto and launches and blah 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 blah. Let's talk about something else. It is the beginning of the year. There's a lot of people that are putting resolutions to the test right now because we're in the middle of January is when people start to fail, right? I did after bouncing this off of you, my doctor, and of course, and some other people. I did Zepbound for the majority of last year, and I lost about 40 pounds. Right. In November, I went off of it through the holidays. I gained about 15 pounds because I like the holidays. And I did opposite of a 3-day fast. I did a 45-day eat. And then I'm gonna recover from that here shortly, right? So I'm telling myself after Super Bowl Sunday, I get back on track, right? Yeah, so I have my date to get back on track. It's not like I'm going full tilt boogie on everything right now, but I did eat my fair share of food over this holiday.
I gotta admit, I was in the States for a week. You know, I was with my mom, and she was so good with me this time. She knew that I'm on this journey, right? So I was pretty much only doing one meal a day. They call that OMAD. And I came home weighing the same exact weight I was before I left. So, you know, yes, I was eating, you know, cookie. My mom had all the Christmas cookies because she's really big into that stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was doing handfuls. I was having a good time. I made sure to go get some good subs, you know, good Italian subs in the neighborhood and those kind of things. So, because we can't get that here. There is no sub shop in Panama that offers pastrami sandwiches and things like that. So I made sure I've got that fill in. But yeah, and I didn't fast at all while I was there. I just made sure I only had one major meal a day.
And you had to be craving a pastrami sandwich because when I told you we were meeting up, I said we were getting pastrami sandwiches, and we ended up getting Thai food.
We ended up getting Thai, yeah. Yeah, for the guys who did not know, I was in San Jose recently with Triple Dad. We went out to eat. We were driving through from San Fran down to LA that day. And it was actually good that we did that because we missed the LA traffic. We ended up getting all the way to Disneyland probably arriving at like 9:30 p.m. So we missed the traffic. I was like, hey, where's the traffic everyone talks about in LA?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect timing right there.
Yeah. Just a word of wisdom for those of you guys who are driving from San Fran down.
Build the Tech is in the house.
Hey, what's up?
How you guys doing? I think this might be their across the pond representative. How you doing, buddy?
2 a.m. or something.
Yeah, he has an odd sleep schedule, like myself. I am really I love donut hunting, so I don't know if this is a negative thing. I like donut hunting. Ask Josh Wu. When I went down there, I would go and find like the best donuts and bring them to Hex meetups and stuff like that.
I think it's apple fritters. What's you guys' favorites?
I love apple fritters. Over here, there was a place. If you had time, I was going to take you, but we didn't really have a whole lot of time. There's a place in Palo Alto that has cronuts, which is a croissant donut. And it's unbelievable.
My kid would have loved it.
It's completely next level. I could eat so many of those. It's not even funny.
I'm all about the Tim Hortons donuts myself. I like.
Seriously, we got Tim Hortons now here. We've got like 3 different locations in Panama City now.
Really?
My preferred is the maple cream donut. So if you want to check that out,
I'll have to check
maple
that
cream. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had maple cream just because I'm from the Northeast, and I've always enjoyed it.
Hex Monkey says he's getting hungry listening to this. Hex Monkey,
where is the Tim Hortons in Panama?
Yeah, we got
future reference.
One's a 5-minute walk from my house.
Really? Okay.
You should have known that when we went there, bud.
I think there was one. When you guys came down, there was only one. Now there's three locations.
Really? Okay, that's cool. That's a franchise, eh? Those guys are probably making bank on all the Canadians walking through.
Yeah, so many Canadians. Look, and when I flew back, we flew through Atlanta, or I flew through Atlanta. The plane was packed, and people were all coming down here. And you see all the little influencers making their videos. Oh, I'm in Panama. This place is wonderful. It's so funny watching that.
This is Susie Q. She loves us, which is awesome. Lost 35 pounds on Unimate.
Oh, that's this stuff.
That's that stuff?
That's this stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm doing everything. I'm trying everything. I've been doing this for 6 months.
The Susie Q I'm thinking of, I don't think she needs to lose 35 pounds. I hope that was
combined. I think she meant combined.
Yeah, Susie Q.
Oh, yeah, her friend and
her husband. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, because Susie Q could use 35 sandwiches and still be where she's at today. I think she has a metabolism that's solid as a rock.
Yeah, it works really well. If anybody's interested, go. I can give you a link. I'm not business affiliated with it, but they do have like referral links, and I just get a credit. I think our friend, who's our friend that does he's the lawyer that was looking over Richard's stuff all the time. Gosh, can't remember his name. Guy in New York. He also he used my referral link and he was using it. And I would like to hear how he's enjoyed it or not.
Nice.
If
you guys haven't seen Susie Q on Twitter, she or on X, she's the one that's going around passing out tablets right now. So we got a stash of tablets here in Northern California. Somebody was gracious enough to drive them up from the hive to us. Susie got a set. I got a set. I'm giving some to Monkey, and we're going to be going to events and traveling around and giving out tablets.
Can you get
giving out a bunch in Tucson next month?
Bring some down to Panama, guys. Whoever's coming down to Panama this next week, there's a bunch of people are still coming, even though we canceled the conference. That'd be cool. Or maybe you could send some to Ted. I know Ted's coming down. Somebody could send some to Ted. That'd be great.
I wonder if Ted could bring I'll work on that.
Ted or AJ. AJ's coming too.
AJ's coming?
Yeah.
And when do they have to? If I was to mail AJ a box, when would they? How soon does he have to leave to go to Panama?
One of the first ones coming down, so I think he's coming on the 21st or 22nd, so a week from now. Or Ted said send it, yeah. So you could send it to Ted if you want.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Mushroom coffee. I can't do that. That's the person I was going to say, Luna, and nuclear herbs. But he's not New York. He's in Arizona.
Oh, is he? I always thought he was in New York. Okay. But him and I had the same problems with our heart. And
that's right. You guys talked about it over food.
Yeah. Oh, and how we can recover and do things. If he's in Arizona, he should get stem cells. It'd be a quick drive for him to go down to San Diego.
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Ted said he's coming down the 22nd. So is AJ.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
I wish I could go. Just
total tourism mode.
yeah, that would be awesome. And where are you guys going this time?
Well, we'll be in the city. I imagine we'll spend some time in Old Town, probably some time in my neighborhood, and then we're going over to the Caribbean, and we're staying at this. It's a neighborhood. It's right on the beach, and it's got white sand beaches, really high level. It's the top neighborhood in all of Panama, and that's kind of where we're going. And the whole group, we're all getting Airbnbs there for the weekend. That's going to be pretty spectacular. That's over by, you heard of Portobello. That's where the Spanish used to ship their gold that they looted from Central and South America and took to Spain. That was where their taxing station was. So they would make all their gold coins, the pieces of 8. That's where they were all made, and they'd be shipped out. And that's where Captain Morgan sacked and stole the gold. So a lot of history in that area. So it's going to be good times. Awesome. Yeah, Playa Escondida.
Yep. Very, very cool. You're coming up with great segues, buddy. Speaking of pieces of 8, let's talk a little bit about the precious metal market, bud.
That's my world. That's where I came from, gold and silver. And, my family's been hoarding silver since the 60s when we had our candy shop. My dad used to take all the silver change out of the cash register every day, and he just stacked it. And I know he sold a bunch in the 80s because I think 80s, that's when the silver hit its last major all-time high. And then we hit an all-time high again in 2011. That's when I was in the gold and silver business here in Panama. I was selling precious metals. I wouldn't do small amounts. These were large amounts, and they're put into a vault. So you could use your IRA and stuff like that to buy it. Now, today, I think we hit $90 or something for silver. Gold is like 46 something, but gold could easily hit 5,000 now because it broke through and confirmed on its leg up. So exciting times for precious metals. I would not buy right now. I'm not a buyer. I am a seller of precious metals. If you are a longtime holder, go right ahead. That's cool. I think it can go much higher because the world is leaving the fiat system and going towards a new digital system that will probably have backing like precious metals and rare earth metals and oil and assets that have value rather than the fiat system that we've been on since 1971. I think that's going to be the big change that we see. So gold can go much higher than it is right now.
So where do you think, like this cycle, what are the tops for gold and silver?
Oh, the thing is, gold just broke out of its parallel. So that easily the top could go to 5,000. And okay. I think mentally, I think 5,000 is a barrier. Humans, we like round numbers, and 5,000 sounds like a barrier to me. Silver, I'm guessing 100. 100 is going to be the barrier for a little while. It'll probably sit there and trend sideways for.
It's pretty close to $100 right now. It was like hit $93 today.
Yeah. Luna's asking, do we think Trump's going to revalue the dollar to gold? It sure could. We sure could. This is the stuff that we've been talking about for years. Dr. Ron Paul's been preaching this for 50 years. Former senator from Texas. He's been saying that the U.S. needed to do this. He wanted to get away. He didn't like what Nixon did when took the U.S. off the gold standard. We defaulted. The U.S. defaulted on our debts, and we have a history of defaulting. So maybe we'll default again, and that's when the revaluation comes in. Stockpiles are valued at $42. Holy crap! Can you imagine?
What does she mean by that?
The gold that I'm guessing. This is what I'm guessing. The gold that we've had, say like Fort Knox and all that.
Yeah,
that gold is still valued at a much lower level.
So when they say how much is there, they're doing it based on gold being worth $42 an ounce.
Yep. And then revaluing it to 10,000 or something like that. Because just like they did when we went off the gold standard. Remember, gold for a long time was $25 an ounce. And then they revalued it to a higher amount. Yeah, see, Federal Reserve owned gold is on the books at $42 an ounce.
Well, I'd like to make a purchase if
exactly.
I'll take whatever they have.
Yeah. I got bad news for Canadians though. Canadians sold all their gold. They have none left.
It's okay. We have all the uranium.
Yeah, uranium and oil. Good oil too.
Yep.
Shale oil.
Yeah, we got lots of oil. But I think uranium is the sleeper actually. I think eventually people are going to figure out like, okay, you want to be able to power everything and not burn lots of carbon, then uranium's about the only way you could do it.
What a dumb thing to get rid of the nuclear power plants just because of a tsunami took out one and it made a mess.
Don't build them on fault lines. Don't build them where they're going to get hit by tsunamis,
Yeah,
right? Which are
but you
caused
guys
by earthquakes.
you guys need to look at what you just said, though, right? Human beings build freaking settlements where it's pleasant to live, which is by the ocean, right? And every freaking ocean, a vast majority of these places have fault lines. So those places need to find something else other than freaking uranium. In those areas, I hope they leave their uranium buried, right? They don't bring it out.
Then use thorium. Thorium doesn't have any problems with dirtying stuff, right? And there's lots of thorium in the world.
There's lots of ways they can refine stuff too. It's way cleaner than it used to be. And like, you don't have to have your nuclear power plant right beside your city, right? Like, it can be hundreds of miles away from your city. There's an advantage to having it close for like as far as the like transmitting of power, but like, you could make so much power that it wouldn't matter, right? Like, you'd just be like, this one nuclear power plant powers an entire state. So you could have one in California, which is prone to earthquakes, but like, you could have it like pretty far away from Los Angeles, like towards the inland, and like
Gates is building one just for his AI data center.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's crazy, but yeah.
That needs to be done though, because if it doesn't, you guys are gonna be paying 4x gas or 4x electricity prices because of these data centers.
Yeah, the data centers are unbelievable, right?
So you know what they're doing in China? Did you see what they're doing in China? They're building mini nuclear power plants, all over the country that handle like a small section of a city. And
that sounds like something that Fast is familiar with, Fallout. That sounds like the Fallout game. It's not good.
They can make one in China next time. Yeah. I just watched a new episode of Fallout last night. It was awesome. They're on
that's
season
the best
2,
show on Amazon, bar none.
I never watched it. I don't watch much.
It's good. TV. Don't watch it with your child, but it's good.
Okay. Yeah. It's heavy duty.
Ted said
I watch it with my children, but they're I watch it with my 16-year-old specifically.
Did you see what Ted just posted? They're recommissioning nuclear plants in the U.S. 3 Mile Island just reopened. Oh my God! Are we going to go through another cycle?
I don't know if that's a good thing, you guys. we can go down this.
Yeah, you should probably make new ones.
So we also have so much natural gas that they light it on fire for fun. Right? They just make big giant things that have flames that shoot up 100 feet in the air because they have too much of it.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm okay with that. But same in Canada. There's a ton of natural gas. It's really hard to transport, right? Like, you can do stuff to it, put it in tanks, freeze it, I think, basically, where it becomes a liquid, and then you could put it on a boat or whatever, but it's really hard and really expensive. But if you live by natural gas should be what's heating your house.
For sure.
It is. If it's already there, it almost makes no sense to try to find something else. And it burns way cleaner than, like, you could use it to make power. Like, it burns way cleaner than coal or any oil derivative. It's pretty reasonable.
What's the one that you guys do a lot up there, Fast, though? It goes really down deep into the ground and uses the heat.
Hydrothermal.
Hydrothermal. That's another one that's very popular in places like Canada and the north of the United States.
Yeah, it has this issue. It's cool because it's basically like free power, right? Like, you put a bunch of pipes like pretty deep down. They can either be vertical and be crazy deep, or they can be horizontal pipes if you have a lot of land and not be as deep. But like, the trouble is the input cost, right? So you might pay, like $100,000 or, maybe more to get that set up for one house. And then like, it's going to need some sort of maintenance in the future. And eventually it's basically going to wear out. And then like, you'll have to spend another $100,000 or $50,000 to fix it. So it's like the dollars in versus something else. Like, environmentally, it sounds like it makes sense. But like, if you if you look at the dollars, it's not that awesome. You're unlikely to actually save versus if you could have got like gas, it would have been way better. Even running electric is probably at the very least short term is cheaper.
Interesting.
That means Fast has to drill to the center of the earth to get warm. That's where he lives.
Pretty much. Yeah, we gotta go deep because we have permafrost here. There's layers where it's like always frozen. It never unfreezes. So you gotta go below the permafrost all the time.
It's not my favorite. What else do we got here? Inefficiency of design. Very true. You know what Luna said, nuclear is different today. I think all systems, just like crypto, are as good as the people that run them.
Yep.
Right. And that's the thing that I doubt when it comes to power plants, right? Whenever they have a budget time and that thing's been great for 20 years, it'll be great for another 20 years. We could take this little chunk of money and give it to Somalian daycares, right? Let's do that instead. That's where I think it goes off the rails. Now, if you budgeted for it and you had a guy and everything was hardline, it couldn't be freaking taken away or downsized or anything like that. That I would be okay with. I think. Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, I don't know where this is going to go, but I still think that the wind turbines are just idiotic, and so are the solar panels. We went out by
they're fine if you also have nuclear power, because basically none of those things work at night is the bottom line. At night, the wind mostly doesn't blow, and then there's absolutely zero sun. So you need to have a giant battery, and you need to have way more panels than you actually need during the day so that you can stay keep power on at night. And they don't work at all if you're trying to sure, you want to heat your hot water tank with a solar panel, yeah, go to town. But you want to run some sort of factory, guess what? There's not enough solar panels in the world to run your factory, right? You need something like nuclear or natural gas or some other steady source. And then you can supplement with all the foofy nature ideas that you want. And they do work. Yeah, you can do wind generated, tide generated, all the things you want. And is the input worth it? Probably not. But yeah, you can't. Nobody wants to give up power, right? No. We could all give up power, live like I only turn my lights on 3 hours a day. I don't have internet anymore. I don't have 3 televisions anymore. I don't have major appliances anymore. That's possible, but nobody will do that. We all will want more power, not less.
Yeah, we don't want to roll back. We don't want to be like Cubans, living like that, right?
Yeah, we have the capacity to do these things. The one I think is sexy is if you go something like nuclear and you go big and you make it mega cheap, so that power is nobody cares, right? You leave your lights on, you turn your lights off, then you can use that electricity to do cool stuff, make hydrogen, which you can make with water, which in Canada we have lots of. And there's this ocean thing that's all over. You can also use electricity to make fresh water from salt water. Electricity is the main component in those things, and hydrogen you could use to run cars and buses. People already do it. So you have and when you burn hydrogen, the output is water. Right? So you have a water is dripping out of the back of my bus. I'm burning too much hydrogen. Who cares? Burn some more, right? It's great.
Yeah, you get the Vegas syndrome there, right? Because Vegas has had the access to cheap power because of Hoover Dam forever, right? The funny thing is a place where I live, where there's tons of sun, there's lots of breezes, there's all kinds of supplemental energy sources. On top of, we have more oil wells in California than people ever even think about, right? As soon as you get from right about Bakersfield all the way through LA, that's oil fields. There's a reason why There Will Be Blood was a movie. That was about the California coastline. We have tons of oil, but yet the Bay Area and San Diego are where I live, right? Bay Area are the most expensive rates in the country for electricity, right? And everybody, it could be because of taxes and wildfire, this and all this other bullshit, Clean Air Act. But it's a you can make a glut of something someplace and still pay a ton of money for it because the people in power don't think you deserve it. Don't deserve cheap electricity. There was just a bill in California to reduce taxes on gallons of gas to cheapen our fuel prices. That didn't pass. Yeah,
I have to admit that was pretty expensive driving through your state, going from one end to the other.
I tell everybody, like when Josh Wu was coming down here, coming to California, I said, fill up in Oregon. In Oregon, their gas prices are less expensive and it's full service. They pour it for you, and it's still less than California.
Yeah, I definitely filled up in Oregon. Definitely did that.
Is Luna really moving to Albania?
I would hope not, but hey, could be.
But she's the type that would. She's a free spirit. She'll go anywhere she feels like.
Actually, I've heard there's some pretty good deals in Albania. Hydropower is probably the best deal on power if you happen to live beside a dam, which is kind of the.
We have multiple. That's what Panama runs off as hydro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's fantastic. There's no cleaner thing. There's no cheaper thing. But like you need that big ass river or whatever to have that be a possible option.
Yeah, well, Panama's capitalism, so Panama's always selling to electricity to Costa Rica and other countries around us.
A Hex Monkey would like you to be the Federal Reserve chairman.
Cut it. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably be a bad thing for the other people working there, but I think it might work out well for the general
public.
Look
at Malay. Malay cut like 70% of the federal workforce in Argentina, and they have their first federal surplus in like 30 years or 25 years, something like that last year.
And did anything bad happen because of that,
Oh, I'm sure people lost their jobs, but their inflation is the lowest it's also been. This year, I think a couple years ago before he took power, it was like 2,000% inflation. This year it was 30%. So they're getting things under control.
There's one thing that kind of pertains to this, right? The low cost bidder and transparency. That's all true, buddy. I agree with Mr. Max on that. That's sketchy, right?
Fair enough, but like you could have had that to any particular project that had any element of danger, and like you'd run into the same thing. Like with I think to have the nuclear would be something where you do need government bodies to set standards, and so that like if you do get the lowest bidder, he has to meet this standard, right? Like it can't be let's fly some guys in from India and do this. Like on the cheap,
but
no,
you know what?
Be 2 feet thick, all the things.
You know more than us, even, right? What government standards are? They're a bought and paid for resource by lobbyists. Government standards are not set in stone. They're not set there to give us safety whatsoever. If you go into Wikipedia or anything like that and ask what is gypsum, is gypsum harmful to the body, and it'll freaking say it's bad for your eyes, could be bad for blah 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 blah, and then the FDA approves it for a food additive, right? I don't really think that them setting safety standards, because it makes my ice cream and my tofu have a better mouthfeel, is why it was approved, right? I don't get it, right? So I don't trust those people. I don't trust a lot of people, but those are the guys in particular that are setting my standards for the things that I put in my mouth are not my fave.
Yeah, these are the guys that are paying $700 for nuts and bolts for an aircraft that only cost 5 cents.
Yeah, $500 staplers, $200 hammer. There is lots of that goes on here too. Where it's like my brother works for a big university. He's actually the nuclear safety inspector, and it makes him so mad because he'll like he can't plug in a computer himself. He has to, like, some guy has to get paid $200 to come plug in his computer type thing. And if he needs to buy a stapler, like he can only buy through like specific vendors that are literally selling a $10 stapler for $50, right? Like it's a racket. Somebody's getting paid under the table on all this kind of stuff. Hopefully that sort of thing gets better.
Yeah, like I just said, the vaccines, the government forced everyone to do the vaccines, and the governments all had to pony up billions of dollars to pay for these vaccines. But they don't give us insulin or any of the other things that save our lives. Somebody made a lot of money.
Ted's trying to get
unless you're in Canada, then they do. Actually, we got that one covered. The insulin's free in Canada.
Is it? Oh,
well,
wow.
Sure. Like the like drugs are free. Medical stuff is free. There will be fees. It will depend, right? It's like some things are covered, some things are not covered. But there's a good chance something like insulin would be covered, generally speaking.
Yeah, same here in Panama. If you have that, you'll get taken care of. We do have socialized medicine here in Panama, but don't get put in the hospital. You don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, they have free healthcare in India too. You don't go to it's a free hospital in India though. We tried once because we're looking at hospitals. Like we had to refill some prescription for malaria medication. And we're like, where's the big hospital? We'll go to the big one. The big one was the free one. It's like a bring your own sheets situation. People camping outside, like bring your own nurse. Like it's like we walked in and we walked out. That was not the right call.
Yeah, that just happened recently for us. We had to pay for Anna's family when her dad was in the hospital. We had to pay for everything.
Yeah,
well, that's not good.
It's not always bad to pay though, right? Like I remember
bring it with us. Bring it with us. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Who else do we got in here? Justin Finch, Frank White. Is that you? I'm pretty sure that is Frank. Wank Fright is Frank White. That's true.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Safe guess. Yes, sir. All right, you guys.
I do have to get going. We're almost an hour and a half in. But
yeah, and I got a phone call coming in soon. So, I appreciate you coming on, buddy.
We'll do it more.
We said Happy New Year in our main chat, but definitely, I'm glad you're on here. I'm glad you're doing well on your health journey. That's awesome. Thank you for your advice when I started mine. Much appreciated. And Fast Abdul is pretty fit, so we're not going to congratulate him on his health or anything like that. Go eat a burger, buddy.
Well, he's one of the guys that got me to take my son to jiu-jitsu, just because he was talking about it all the time. And like tonight, Max was doing handstands. And just 6 months ago, he couldn't do it for a second. And now he's doing it for like full 30 seconds up against the wall, straight up and down.
Oh, yeah, it's huge.
Holy shit, this is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you for that recommendation.
It's good.
Oh, my pleasure. Stuff. And thanks for coming on and not talking so much about crypto because we do a lot of that.
Yeah, we do. We got to mix it up a little bit fast. we got to mix this thing up a little bit. Maybe
I have to keep my sanity. I can't talk crypto all the time.
We got to look for somebody for art, I think, because there's a lot of people doing art in our community, and I think that would be awesome. All right, you guys. Well, thanks everybody for joining. And we're usually around Tuesdays and sometimes Wednesdays like today. But we'll see you next week. And let's see, what are we going to take us out with? You know what? Because Black Crypto is a Broncos fan, we're going to stay with Black Crypto's song until the Broncos get knocked out of the playoffs.
The Bills, man. Go Bills.
You're talking baseball, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Canadian.
Exactly.
Okay. Football.
All right, everybody. Thank you. And we'll see you next week.
All right. Cheers.
Good night.
motherfucking bag. When I came back, it was more than I had, like damn. Homie, I don't mean to brag, but you trying to get a bag, well, you need to get the out. Pull up on my staker with a motherfucking bag. When I came back, it was more than I had, like damn. Homie, I don't mean to brag, but you trying to get a bag, well, you need to get the out. Pull up on my staker with a motherfucking bag. When I came back, it was more than I had, like damn. Homie, I don't mean to brag, but you trying to get a bag, well, you need to get the out. Take money, take money, take money, then you stake money. Stake money, then you make money. Make money, then you take money. Take money, take money, take money, take money, take money, then you stake money. Stake money, then you make money. Make money, then you take money. Take money, take money. Black AC crypto, yeah, that's the new lick, bro. On ramp my feet out to see what it hit for. Came for a flip and it grew by the XO. I don't know what's next, so I keep watching Hexo. Foot on the gas, I ain't talking no petrol. Whole bridges say let's go, so Pulsechain can explode. Locked up my X, now I just watch it just grow. 5555 help me vibe like I'm Bezos. No counterparty, I don't rock with Tezos. We the new kids on the block like a Lego. Check the statistics, they global, not local. The price going local, got folks on they FOMO. Don't share your C phrase, you know that's a no-no. Scammers on go trying to get to your dough, bro. 5555 to it, that's for the promo. In essence for staker, got that on the logo. Take money mission, trying to stack my paper up. Stake money mission if you're trying to add it up. Wait mission if you really want it bad enough. It's a moon mission for you if you really had enough. First take money, get a water, fill it up. Then you stake money, get the app and lock it up. Then you make money while the number going up. When it's time to take money, you gon' probably double up. Pull up on my staker with a motherfucking bag. When I came back, it was more than I had, like damn. Homie, I don't mean to brag, but you trying to get a bag, well, you need to get the out. Take money, take money, take money, then you stake money. Stake money, then you make money. Make money, then you take money. Take money, take money, take money, take money, take money, then you stake money. Stake money, then you make money. Make money, then you take money. Take money, take money.